Vladimir Putin is waging a bloody and brutal war against Ukraine.
We're in for incredibly gruesome and grotesque weeks ahead of us.
But the worst may be yet to come.
As far as Putin is concerned, he is now in a state of war with the West and with NATO.
It's just terrifying, you know?
How far will Putin go?
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
Russian troops and tanks have entered Ukraine on all fronts. All these cities are under attack, including the capital of Kyiv.
We now have a situation where people are being killed, where Ukrainian servicemen are dying, where civilians are being bombed, where families are fleeing. It's a tragedy. It's a 21st century tragedy.
Here you see this. Now you can say that the panic started.
In order to understand why, you have to know what Ukraine means to Russia's president, Vladimir Putin. When the Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, its western territory broke into independent states, including Ukraine. They formed a buffer between Russia and Western Europe. But in the 90s and 2000s, these countries started drifting westward, and many joined the EU. By invading Ukraine, Putin was able to destabilize and stop it from developing a stronger relationship with Western Europe.
Russian military now being directly involved in fighting Ukrainian government forces.
Satellite imagery show Russian combat units southeast of Donetsk.
Since then, Ukraine has been locked in a conflict with Russia that has killed 14,000 people and displaced nearly 2 million. For nearly 8 years, Putin has held on to these regions, destabilizing Ukraine and keeping it from moving closer to the west. But in November 2021, Putin decided to go all in. Satellite images showed at least 100,000 Russian troops and military equipment piling up along the border of Ukraine. February 21st, the threat of war became real. His troops immediately crossed the Ukrainian border into Russian-backed separatist regions under the pretense of peacekeeping. Ukraine announced a state of emergency. Hours later, on February 24th, Putin launched a full-scale invasion in Ukraine.
Exodus from the city of Irpin near the capital Kyiv is slow and agonizing. More than 2 million civilians have now left the country.